That was not what we wanted. I was not ready. Kira push, go. Dang, girl, rude. So we kind of got started, and I realized that the curtains were not closed.
I'm so sorry.
And we've been protecting them from the cats because they've started climbing them like crazy maniacs. So, yeah, that's it. That's what we were doing. That's what I was doing when Kira put us on live. So I basically showed everybody my honey. Nobody needs to see that. Hi, Vicky, KJ, Jim. Hi, Jim. This is not our normal time, so I don't know how many people are going to show up or whatever, but that's cool. I don't mind. I don't mind us just hanging out with us, just us and the 18 kittens and 2 dogs and
adult cats,
17 chickens. They're outside. 4 pigs. We did go see my friend Carrie this morning, and she's gonna, since none of my goats had babies, she's going to loan me one of her girlies. Look, here's one. Cute little baby. This is Ace. He usually likes giving kisses, so we named him after Ace on
band Kiss.
And from the band Kiss. Kira totally threw me off. Like, I am so thrown off right now because I was not prepared. Amazing. Hold on. There's a giant glare coming from over here.
I'll go grab it.
I got it. We have driven it a couple of times, and so coming off of the main road onto that road, like the truck literally does this. Used to, doesn't anymore. And so like you come around and it's so smooth, and you just go, it's like, what? This is amazing.
It was 1,000 times worse when we drove cash on it.
Oh my gosh, my big white, my F350, because the shocks definitely needed to be replaced on that, and it would launch you out of your seat. Hi, Charlene. Hi, Kelly.
I had a whole bunch of fun with it.
Hi, Lauren.
And Heather had to go like, okay, everybody hold on. I was like,
yeah. Kira's like, I love this. This is so much fun.
I was like, we don't need to go to amusement park. And then she sold the truck.
Come here, Stash. Come here, Elliot. Come show everybody your cute face. He's like, nope. He's still a baby that wanted. He's a mustache, so we named him Sam Elliott. And they're fighting now. So you may hear kittens fighting in the background. So be it. I did finally make the post of we have kittens to give away. Because we cannot keep them all. It is chaos in here.
Yeah, her legs aren't, she's not liking, she's like, okay, my legs can't take much more.
They are like, they climb you, and it hurts.
Yeah, which is funny, because I'm like, okay.
Thank you, Charlene. Free kittens. Take 1, get 3 free.
No. You may have 1. At most 2.
She's so mean, because, like, nobody gave us a hard time whenever we went to go get the kittens. The mama kittens to begin with. They were like, here you go. Take them and leave.
Yeah, but those people didn't have a problematic brainchild.
Yeah, it'll be so much nicer though whenever we're down to the ones that we are keeping, because we are keeping a few. This is a farm. We need to have it is so nice. Now I get if you have allergies or you don't live in the country, but it is so nice not having any mice, not having squirrels throwing pine cones at the dogs, driving them nuts all day long, because that was a real thing. I got hit once. It was not cool. And the chipmunks, the year that we did plant gardens, the chipmunks were coming in and eating the vegetables before we could get to them. They would take bites out of stuff. So I was like, I am so done with this. I am so done. Hi, Anna. It's I cannot believe I need a few for the rabbits out here. They are definitely taking care of the rabbit population. Okay, so they don't mess with the adults at all. They do the babies. And so there is gonna be this stage where, we catch the adults and then there's no babies. And I was telling her, I'm like, what are we gonna do? Like,
I told her, I was like, do we have to set up a pen for them to put the babies in there or something for them to go after or something? Because
that just seems mean. Seems a little mean.
No, it's mean.
Hi, Catherine.
No, it's mean when the cat fits down in the rabbit hole just taking out a baby. It's like, oh, I'm here for...
Hi, Michael.
It's like, I'm here for Uber pickup. That's what happens. Cats are like, oh, look, a hole. It's my Uber. It's my Uber pickup.
They do. And one of the mamas keeps trying to bring them in so that the kittens can enjoy it too. But we're like, no.
So they sit there with her mouth full,
crying at the door. You're like, no.
Yep.
And then Justin killed a ground squirrel, so that would be our last. They're big. Like, it was a big one. It was like this big.
He was fat.
It was real. Yeah.
He was a boy.
And those are probably our next menace as far as rodent type things.
We're gonna have to get you a wiener dog.
I don't want one. Mary has some. She could just come and bring.
Mary, come visit.
Bring hers. Justin did a fantastic job. He's actually caught a weasel.
Yeah, but it won't fit down the hole.
And he probably would try.
He'd try.
He would definitely try. But
Chloe definitely wouldn't. She'd be like, no, you bring it to me.
That's very true. That's very, very true.
He'd be like, Chloe, go get it. And she'd look at you and was like, you go get it.
Okay, so who has been enjoying the Prime Days deals? So I have this love-hate relationship because, I've got the ick, the alcoholic, the shopaholic. So I become very stressed whenever I need to buy things. But when you have these really good deals and you're prepared for them, I did pick up batteries for my solar system and my wind turbine and the wire hookup to go from that into the house so that I'll have the generator plug so I can just plug that in and power the whole cabin. But it's still so stressful. I've gotten several things. I've been price watching, so that's nice. Yeah, Anna. Corgis are made for herding. They actually they're supposed to herd. They're really not supposed to catch and kill.
See?
That's the dachshunds that do that. They're known for that.
Yeah.
KJ, I prepare for it, so I'm not stressed.
Yeah. Barbara, Donnie's mom, she had two, and our baby pigs would get out. Oh, look, nice, Elliot. Little Elliot.
Look at that, Sam Elliott. Put your head up there, baby. Let everybody see your little face, because it's so cute. He's so cute. He's got his little half stash.
It's like he was shaving and then he missed the other side.
Oh my goodness. This one is one of Cagney's babies. So it's 2 weeks younger than the other one I showed you. And the girls got spayed. The mamas got spayed. Vicky says I have the ick when it comes to shopping if I'm not careful, but I did get some stuff. Yeah. There is this, so Kira actually experienced that this month. That high of buying something and then that wah wah once it's done. When she got her phone. And we had to talk through it, huh?
Yeah, because I was sad because it's I like shopping, but it's just I don't like the ending of when the money runs out. And I also,
right.
It's I know this was a good purchase because my other one was trying to die.
Yeah, it really was. It was time.
Yeah.
Because how old was that one? That one was...
I got it the year Kim moved here.
So that was...
3 years ago.
That wasn't that old then.
It was old.
Mine...
The buttons kept getting stuck.
No, that was just because of wear and tear from you. Because mine, the one that we're recording off of, is that. Can you plug in this light so the overhead
you don't
light's
drop
on?
your shit.
I don't. But I definitely have to be careful too because you get that high. Where now I'm like, okay, I want to group group discussion about it. And I want other people to say this is a good idea too.
I only get that.
Especially big purchases. Big purchases. Like that's so much better. The batteries are so expensive for the solar systems, and so adding those, that was a big chunk of change. Good investment though.
I do know I get that high, and it lasts way longer when I go buy books, because it's like, yes.
Yeah, because the money doesn't run out as quick.
Oh, it totally does. It's just the books last longer.
Well, you get more. You get more things. It's not just one thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know
me needing confirmation of a necessary good deal. Yeah.
Yeah. I know next month when we get paid, I went ahead for like the 300, and then I'm gonna take $50, and then I'm gonna go get as much sushi as I want to shove in my face. 'Cause I want fish.
You've had sushi the last 2 days.
I know, but it's not very filling. I don't know how she does it, but rice and fish are not that filling to me.
So Anna got a book for Prime Days that just got there, Southeast Medicinal Plants. I got some soap making books and all the stuff for my soap, my first set of soaps. So I'm so excited about that. And then I've kind of been researching the medicinal plants that grow here wild. So wild stinging nettles, St. John's wort, the mullein. I also have comfrey, and I can do an infused oil and then make soaps from that. So I'm really excited. And in fact, I set up to go to Carrie's house Tuesday morning.
Did I say toot?
To mix the to milk a couple of her goats to get a gallon of milk. So that I can come home Tuesday, because we're supposed to get rain, so we're not going to go outside. So we're going to get rain, so we're going to come back in, and I'm going to make my first batch of soap, and I'm so excited. That's just fun.
Oh.
So I did get those. I did get that stuff. So I got a couple. I got one that was a log book for that you can log in your recipes and those things of your soaps, of the soaps that you make. And then the other one is a natural soap book. So
the kittens have a toy. It's like this old thing with like frills or something. They tore that thing.
Shredded it. Hey, Kara, we match. Our clothes, we match.
Nice. I'd like it to be known she doesn't match worth shit with me. I go, twinsies! And she goes, okay, I'm gonna go change.
I'm gonna go change.
That was like the betrayal.
She's like, what?
Like one time we both accidentally wore our church shirts at the same time. I was like...
And didn't notice it until we were in town. That's what was the funniest. Is like,
I know.
You get wrapped up in what you're doing.
No, we were picking up the boys.
Yeah.
It was funny because I was like, oh, she's wearing the same shirt as me. I wore it because I cut the sleeves off because...
Anna says offensive.
Thank you. See? She gets it.
Okay, I have to say that I dated somebody that wanted to dress alike all the time, and it drove me insane. And so now I'm
related to
I wasn't going to say who. So, like, I literally just cannot.
Apparently it runs in the family.
She's like, I don't mind driving that bus.
Oh, yeah.
Technically, you are copying Heather because she wakes up first. That is true, because actually we finished with our day. We decided to finish with our day. Went ahead and took our showers. We were exhausted. So I was telling my son, I was like, well, apparently I can no longer work a 9 to 5 day because I'm exhausted and we have the easiest job of the whole thing.
For the last 2 days.
Last 2 days.
And we skipped nap times for the last
We
3
did.
days.
We were like, man, we didn't get naps.
We also missed it today. I had Mr. Miyagi's doppelganger.
The doppelganger.
Batch.
We should figure out how to say Miyagi backwards.
No?
I don't know. I'd have to see it spelled out and see if it could pronounce a word, and then that could be the other one that looks just like it. Could be called that.
Yeah.
So, Yeah, we were exhausted, absolutely exhausted. So the first day makes sense because it was hot. It was like 90 degrees.
And we had to stand outside messing with the bloody IBC tote.
No, that was the first day. So we actually did this for 3 days. The road work. Ego. See, she spelled it out. Egoem. I don't know how that would be pronounced.
Egom.
I go.
That's perfect. So what are we going to call the third one, then?
I have no idea.
Because he looks like both of them, but he's not part of their batch.
Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea.
And then there's a...
Well, so 2 of them aren't staying. Unless Kelly takes one, then she can name it. Just call him Igor. Yeah, so I have a cousin. Oh, well, I was going to tell you that, but I also have menopause brain, so my brain went straight out the window.
I think this is a she.
Oh, my word. Y'all are having a stroke. It's like real. It's for real.
It's a she.
Not ready yet till we move, Kelly says. Show her that baby. Just show it to her. All sweet and cute like, oh, Kelly. Look. Oh, it's crying. She's crying.
Come take me home. Need a home.
Listen, it's a big deal that Kira would let you have this cat.
I trust you, Kelly, which says a lot.
Right, Vicky? Oh, Kelly.
By the way, it's a girl.
She said, Kelly, love me. Just
cool.
know that you'll get to visit him. Her. That one's a her, actually.
Yeah, I just found out.
So Kira thought they were all boys at the beginning, and I was like, it's really hard to tell at this young age. Nope, they're all boys. Now she's finding that there's quite a few girls. At 8 weeks and 6 weeks. No girl cats for me, only boys, Kelly said.
We might have 2 more boys that look like that one upstairs.
So, anyway, we worked 3 days for this road project. And I really wanted to do a whole lot more filming, but they got a lot done when we were in the 40 minutes we were driving to get water. And you could tell we were tired at the end because I couldn't even do 9 times 3. I'm like, 1,800. No, that's not. When I'm listening to it, I'm like, my brain was fried.
I couldn't even, she's like, this, and I was like...
She was totally not functioning.
What?
Like, it was so funny when I was editing. I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, the second day, or yesterday, I guess it was the third day. The third day, which was the last day, I was just like, what time is it? And they go, around 2. I was like, well, that explains that feeling, because I felt my meds coming off.
Kelly says, okay, what are these crown things I'm seeing next to my name? I guess everybody else like took theirs off, Kelly, so KJ figured out how to take them off. So they're supposed to encourage people to become competitive, to comment, because the more you comment, the number will change if someone else has a crown, and then you like get competitive, and it forces people who are competitive to comment more so that you have more comments on your page. I didn't do it. It's like a YouTube thing. So new
lazy.
Ranking system, you can turn it off in the settings. Yeah.
I'm lazy. I just don't.
So we're supposed to get rain Monday night and Tuesday. So Monday we are planting all of the trees that we have and the little plants that we have. We're going to go ahead and plant those so that they get rained in really good. Oh, Vicky says settings where? I don't know where that is. Like the little 3 dots don't work. I don't know if it would be in your main page or what, but it's like a brand new thing that they were doing. Ouch. Shoot, there was something I was gonna say and I totally forgot.
Welcome to my life.
I know. we've been walking around and I've been like, she's autistic and I have menopause brain, so together we make a whole person.
You went.
It is annoying, Vicky. I agree. I don't like it. I don't like that kind of competitiveness. I mean, because it could be taken crazy, but I do know that on lives, a lot of people just don't comment. They just listen, which I've done that. I've been washing dishes while I've been listening to a live. And so it's just to help encourage that. I was talking about planting my plants. Yes. The problem is I went out there this morning and there were like 3 full-grown rabbits out there. So we have to go rabbit hunting before we can plant I bought 3 pumpkin plants because pumpkins, we feed them to the animals for deworming in the fall. And so I bought like 3 plants of those to plant. And then, so those ones were going to go on the ground, but the rabbits will tear those up. It's in the YouTube settings, but only in the app. And so we've got to figure that out because, like I said, we're supposed to get the rain, and I hope we do. The other thing is even if we don't get the rain, this setup with the IBC tote and the pump is freaking amazing. And it's so funny because we struggled so hard when I bought that thing. I bought it on one of their major sales. I think they had it for like $100. I'm pretty sure it was right around $100. And I got their last one, and this man almost tried to fight me for it. It was in the Coeur d'Alene Harbor Freight. And we brought it home, and we just could not get it to work, and it was so frustrating.
I was about ready to throw it off the cliff.
Yeah, because I didn't have a different pump. And that's what started the whole trying to find the right pump that would work, that wasn't $200 or whatever. And then it really didn't, like, we started it right up. Like, I was impressed with how quickly it started and how easily it started and all of those things. And I guess it's because, well, it was because we weren't getting enough water prime. It wasn't getting primed enough. But I kept just like, when I was looking things up, it was like, you just need to put a little bit of water in there or put it in there until it overflows and then stop. Well, what was happening, it was going back into the, hose going up and over, because that's how we were doing. Well, because I had the 200-gallon round tote in my truck at the time, and it was just not working, and it was really frustrating. And so to get that set up now, so we did 2 loads of water today, watered the sheep and goats far away, and that just like so fast that
it
filled
took
up.
like probably a minute.
Like a minute. It does go faster, so 50 gallons is in 2.5 minutes instead of 3.5 minutes without the fire nozzle on there. And then we filled up the rest of that in the IBC tote. Then we went and got another one, and we brought a bigger IBC tote over here by the shower, and we filled that up, and it didn't take any time at all. Like, it was so fast. Yeah. It's going to be a huge game changer. Absolutely huge. We did not start digging the hole for to put the 1,000-gallon tank in the ground. We've got some prep work we've got to do over there. We're really hoping that we can convince Victor to do it, mainly because it's not just digging a hole. It's pulling out this huge root system and tree stump, and it's one of those maple weed trees that have like 50 little things, big things coming out, and they don't have deep roots.
It's a problem.
But they have really big root system it's pretty big, and it's right next to the shipping container. So I know some of the roots are gonna go under mountain maple. Yeah, are gonna go under the shipping container. So hi, Alicia. Thank you. It's fine that you're late. That only matters, when you're doing a pregnancy test. That's the only time.
Or you're in line for ice cream.
Yeah, that would be bad if everybody got ice cream and you didn't. So I do know that there's roots that, like, I have to chainsaw and cut, and I would like it if he was kind of lifting that. Once that's lifted out and moved, then digging the hole is not going to be a problem. Kira can do that in her sleep with that thing. So, I mean, I could probably even do that. I need to get used to the excavator. It rattles you a lot. Right, right, Vicky? Please help your mama. He's got a few things that he has to do. And I think if we have it fully ready, like for him, so that's going to be our goal tomorrow morning. We've decided to just take today off, the rest of today off. I'm going to do dishes and clean the kitchen, and I've got to make a bunch of meatballs. So you ladies know how it is when we take time off. Like, we have all these other things we've been putting off. So we're not going to do anything outside. But I think, I know he goes to work Saturday, but I know he's off Sunday. So maybe Sunday evening I'll be like, hey, can you come over and at least get that root ball out? Because then I won't worry. Once that's out, it'll be fine. It'll be no big deal.
Yeah.
And then I had kind of thought we would only go like 5 feet deep so that it would maybe stick out like, I don't know, maybe a foot, because it's probably 6 foot tall, out of the ground. And then we would take the all the dirt that we pulled out and just start spreading it around, so it would fill that, it would basically fill it, cover it all the way. Because that end, the shipping container is like 3 feet off the ground over there on that end. It's that slope. And then that would, we're putting a building over that, so we kind of, otherwise we're going to have a step down and then a path in between the shipping container and that building for that. But yeah, we gotta clean out the 1,000-gallon tank. It definitely has gotten dirty. Hi, Juanita. It has definitely gotten dirty inside there.
There are mosquito babies in there.
Yeah.
They will all die.
So that's one of the things that we're doing tomorrow, is just emptying it. It probably has, I don't know, 300 or 400 gallons of water in there. And I have a sub pump in there that will pump that out.
We'd probably use that to like drench the driveway so
We
it's
can-
not dusty.
Yeah, we can drench the driveway, or we could, if I planted, we could really soak everything really good over there with that.
I'd say hold off on planting until the rabbits are all gone.
Well, we have to, they're root bound. They have to be planted. So we have to plant them and then cage them in some form or fashion. Which I don't know how we're going to do that. So, speaking of the driveway, I will talk to you after the live about what you can do for dust control that we're going to do for our road. My road just needs gravel on it, and I think it'll be fine. Victor has no issues. I know one of the neighbors gets that spray done on it that keeps the dust down every now and then. He'll do that because it really dusts his house. But I really need to get gravel put all the way up here, but that's not going to happen this year. I'm kind of hoping it'll happen next year. We'll see. We'll see how that goes, but
Aunt Heather might be getting a new chair at some point.
oh, for around the house. Yeah, the cats are having a heyday with the chair, and they
Yeah.
think it's a scratch post, as we all know how cats are.
And then they also think it's their bed.
They steal it. If I leave, like 8 of them will get on there and hang out. It's pretty funny. Kai is not happy with all the babies.
He's like, is it not funny or fair?
I do think that we are going to be putting down gravel in front of the house and kind of all around it, which is the issue, because I will be putting a deck up, and it'll be nice to have that graveled underneath it, underneath the deck. That'll help out with erosion and stuff like that. But yeah, give me a holler and we'll see. I'll see what you're doing. Did everyone share the new video that Heather made? I think it should go viral. Your mouth, God's ears. I thought that one turned out good too. I'm so glad you liked it, Alicia. And it's important, and it's like what I tried to do was answer all the questions that I had when I was watching videos for what I needed to do for that kind of setup. So And I feel like I did. I feel like I answered all the things that were important. And then it was just kind of fun watching the road get done. But I think every homestead should definitely have something like that on their property. And we've rented one before. Like when we burn when we do the slash piles, we've rented one for that. It's a 500-gallon one, but it's really expensive to rent that. So I think like this next year when we do burn the slash piles, we could just have a couple of IBC totes prepped and ready. Like I have two. Well, we now have one hooked up to the shower, but there'll be two that are hooked up for the animals, and then that one in the on the truck. So you could very easily with the skid loader like load a new IBC tote, hook up to it, and have 900 gallons of water pretty fast. So that would be really cool. It really can save lives. So she comes from firefighter family. And
yeah, she gets so annoyed when I keep trying to put out the fires.
Yeah, but there's a... She literally does. And whenever I do a fire, I have to make her walk away. Because she's like, put it out. And I'm like, no, there's a purpose for this.
This is like...
Thanks, KJ.
It's like, here, you were taught to put this out. I had to put it out.
I could have strangled her whenever we dug this giant hole. And then we put all the... root balls in there, and we were burning those, and this was in Washington, and I was like, it has to get really, really hot. The whole area was cleared, like we cleared a huge area, so it was all dirt around it, nothing was going to catch on fire. Plus it had rained a whole lot a couple of days ahead of time. We also had the hose like laying around, and we had wetted. I spent like 3 hours wetting the road. We were good, right, on this. We did so much prep work. And then we set it on fire, and every time I turn around, Kira's got the water on it trying to put it out. And I'm like, knock it off. It has to get hot, or these root balls are not going to burn.
So she put me on the skid steer.
I did. I was like, well, at first I yelled at her, and I was like, you need to go away.
Yeah. Like, I had to go, like, walk away, but then I'd see it, like, almost, like, I felt like it was going to get out of control. It's like, oh, no. Walk over there. She goes,
she'd pick up the hose and like knock it off.
Yeah,
that's funny. It was funny now. It's not funny then.
Yeah, that's when we also discovered that I do really well with big machines.
Yeah,
because video games and stuff. Because the thumb on the machine we rented didn't work, so I was like,
yeah.
So that was awesome. Nice.
And that was the first time she was allowed to use one, because her mom and Donnie wouldn't let her use their tractor at all. She wasn't allowed to use anything over there, and I'm like, you want to try this? She's like, yeah.
Yeah, rare occasions I was allowed to use and drive a four-wheeler. Only when I had to go pick apples with cows and goats and pigs. But other than that, not allowed to drive the tractor, don't touch the car, can't drive the truck.
So that was fun, so she got to do that.
I did get to do the lawnmower, and then like, oh, we're getting you a riding lawnmower. I looked at them and was like, no.
You're like, I don't want that chore.
Yeah, well, I didn't want it because I also had like a traumatic experience with the lawnmower. I was at Ken's and I was trying to be nice and mow for him, and I accidentally ran over a giant log and scared the crap out of me, and I jumped from it and ran.
That'll lock everything up.
It did, and I ran. I freaked out. I was like, I'm running! Because I thought it was... Because I watched too much TV and I thought it was about to explode.
Ah, yeah.
So when they said they're going to give me a riding lawnmower, I was like, no.
Like
I will walk.
I don't want it. Never mind.
They fought tooth and nail with me.
I did buy Kira her birthday presents. Even though her birthday's in September.
A month after hers.
I did buy her an air fryer. So that was on sale for like $70 regularly, like, I don't know, $150. It was a really good deal. So I got her one of those. It's like a 10-quart one. It's huge.
They're just awesome.
It's bigger than the one I got.
I'm going to put stickers all over it.
Call it hers.
No one's going to fight me.
That'll be at your dad's house. I won't know. Don't send me pictures. No, just kidding. She did get some stickers for her phone case.
Yeah, which will be one set came in today, And the other set's coming either the 17th or the 21st.
Nice.
Is the one coming in the 21st or the 17th says, I'm fine, everything's fine. It has a cat hole.
It's all fine. Everything's fine.
Hey, you guys should convince her to let me change your phone case.
I like my phone case.
Yeah, but I want to decorate it.
Yeah, I don't want mine decorated.
See? You guys need to convince her. Let me do something fun with her things.
No, do it with your things.
I do it with my things all the time. And then I run out of things to do with.
So we were supposed to have already started the barn build, and it has gotten put off. The road put it off, and then we got the equipment, so we had to use the equipment because we had it. Anna doesn't like hers decorated either. Thank you. And then she got one that looked the same color. Mine's pink, and she got one that was pink, and I kept picking up her phone all the time. And I'm going, it's not mine. So she changed hers to purple, so now we know it's her.
Okay, she could only tell the pink thing, couldn't tell it apart from the pink thing because if the phone was facing up, we couldn't tell it apart. If it was facing down, then she could. Mine's had a cat.
Yeah, hers had a cat on it. It was cute, but usually you have them sitting face up when you set them down places. Yeah. Same here, no decorations. See, none of us do. KJ might. I need something to fan myself. It's hot. Can you give me that lid?
Revenge.
Just the lid's free. It works well. Big giant fan. Woo! It's warm in here. I don't know how hot it is, but we can't have the little air conditioner on because it's super loud when we're doing the live since it's right next to me. But anyway, we were supposed to have the barn started. Our goal was to start the barn the 1st of July. And then it didn't happen. Yeah. We were trying to catch up on some stuff. I can't remember why.
We were trying to get things settled with the truck and then trying to get things ready for the smoker. And then she realized she never invited anybody.
For 4th of July. That was 4th of July. I was like, I feel like if I'm going to have a party, you have to invite people, and I did not do that.
She invited Jen and her family, but there was some family stuff going on, so she couldn't
nice,
come.
Alicia.
So.
Cat's picture. Kelly said, I have my cat's picture on my pop wallet. Oh, okay.
That's cool.
Whew. I'm hot.
You don't say.
I got hot, y'all.
And here I am under a blanket.
You're always under a blanket. You're silly.
I don't
Excuse me. I have parties without inviting people all the time.
I remember when I was younger and in middle school, or it might have been elementary school. No, middle school. When we were living at Ken's, I would save up a bunch of my money and stuff, and they had Cookie Friday. And they'd have peanut butter cookies, oatmeal cookies, chocolate chip. I get as many cookies as I could. I get half for me and then half peanut butter for my dog. And I would say, cookie party!
It was you and the dog.
Yeah. Tia and Mom were off doing something.
Yeah.
I was by myself and I didn't really...
Well, I didn't know for sure if I was going to get the smoker built. And so I didn't want to invite people and then not get the smoker built. And since we had so much running around to do at the beginning of the month, which we always do. I do all my bulk buying at the beginning of the month. And then I have to take a couple of days off because I'm exhausted from that.
Anxiety is like...
Yeah. Kira just squirreled. She totally did.
What I squirreled? What'd I do?
Your whole story squirreled. It's fine. It's fine. Well, she was talking about a party. Having a party and inviting people. That's what you were talking about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the cookies were about that.
Yeah. And my only party friend was my dog.
Yeah. So, anyway, we're about 2 weeks behind on starting the barn. We did start taking down the old barn. We've got to finish doing that.
Cat's drinking.
But then the road situation came in, and that was 3 days. And then today, we actually got all of our water filled up and all of our stuff done. So as far as the water, we are topped off on water. And then now we've got the excavator is going to be here for maybe another 2 weeks. So we've got that. I've got use of it during the day, and then Victor's using it in the evening time. So my goal with that is to get all of the stumps out of the area where the animals are, and just that whole thing cleaned up. Drop the next few trees that are supposed to come down, limb them, leave the limbs for the animals to eat, and get the base of the tree out so that we can mill them. Kelly's like, I do it all the time. I'm excited for you to have a new water reservoir. I am too. I really am too. We did decide that the duck pond is too big and it's on a slant. So with the excavator here, I think we can level that out. Like we can open that up, take that in there and level that out. So we're going to take the big one down because it's really hard. Unless I was to really dig it in, and then we can put that back in and get it level. That one can go back in. But I did purchase the 8-foot round liner replacement for the smaller pool that we had. It was like $35. And we can put that one in there. And it's smaller, but we would be able to like clean it because we would go through the water faster and basically have cleaner water, less fertilized water or whatever in there. How do you season your smashed burgers, Heather? Salt and pepper, heavy on the salt and pepper. And then I usually put this barbecue rub that's for beef or pork on there. But it's just basically a smoked barbecue rub. I put that in there, and that's how I do that. It's so good. I made lunch both days for the road crew. And first day was a burgers on the grill. And the next day I decided we did smash burgers, and the smash burgers won. They were better. Even though I seasoned them all the same, they were better that day. So getting that set up for the ducks, because she has started laying again. So I have to make the decision to either take her eggs and put them in the incubator, or get her moved. We got to get her moved, or she's gonna set up a nest right there and then quit laying and start sitting on that nest, and then that's gonna be a problem because it's right where the hay is, right?
Yeah, and if we accidentally maneuver the hay bale, we're gonna have squished duck and eggs.
So the road crew was my son and his friend Joe, and Joe's son Harrison. That's who it was. Who's those four? And then me and Kira. So it was the 5 of us.
Yeah, she needs to be more specific when making sandwich bag names.
This is what I said. I said, Kira, grab those baggies, put a J on one of them, an H on one of them, a V, a K, and then I was like, oh, wait, then there would be 2 H's, and ours are very different because I put barbecue sauce on my burgers. And so I was like, just put het on mine. And then I turn around and look at how did you? So she named, Harrison was the kid, he's 21. And then V for Victor, and Aunt H for Heather. And what'd you put for Joe?
J-Dad.
J-Dad.
And then just a normal K for me.
Yeah, she was just a K. It was hilarious. They thought it was funny.
In my defense, I was tired. Yeah. I was hungry.
Yeah.
And she was asking a lot. And she was talking too much.
Because I was tired and hungry, and I was like in a hurry.
Yeah. And I had missed my naps the last 2 days. Or that day would have made it 3 days. So the last 3 days I had missed my nap. Today's day 4, I missed my nap. Because by the time I got to go lay down, I was like, well, it's almost time for the live.
There's a cat fight. So we came in about 3, and we were going to lay down, and I was like, I'm going to go ahead and take a shower. I want to be done for the day. I'm going to take a shower. So I took a shower, and I walked in, and I was like, worth it. You should go. You're going to want to go ahead and do that. It was worth it. She was like, all right, I think I'll take a shower. So then
I did, and I was like, okay, this is good. And I get up, and I was like, okay, fine, I'll finally go lay down.
Don't you guys, turn your head to the side. Don't you guys love how her haircut is growing out? It is so pretty. I love it. Go to just the side, not the back. Yeah, look at that. It's shaped so well. Kelly, sorry, the cats are Kelly, your friend did a great job because these haircuts sometimes don't grow out well. It really is growing out nice. Yep, see, everybody's like very pretty. I was not a fan of it shaved to the skin. Like, I just did not. It was awkward. But then once it started like lightly growing in, it really looked super nice. But it's touching her ears, which she hates. So that part needs to be trimmed.
Yeah, so I'm gonna take one of my little razors and go bzzz around the ears, and everything else will stay the way it is. So that way she's like, and not whining.
See, even Alicia, yes, she looks good. Kelly, she's awesome, huh? Yeah, she did a great job. My hair is being weird because it's just not used to being short. I did, my hair dryer, of course, died. Went to use it and it was completely dead, so I had to get a new one. So I ended up getting one of those brushes, hair dryers that's a round brush, because I use round brushes on my hair.
Yeah. The hair dryers is like, I'm going to hair dryer heaven.
Like, I'm done with your shenanigans. I'm out of here.
No,
Lynn said I like your haircut, Kira.
Thank you. I'm pretty sure your hair dryer says, I am done with your neglect.
Yeah.
I'm going to rest in peace.
I never dry my hair, ever. In the wintertime I do, because I don't want to go outside with wet head, because like we go, Kelly says I cut mine also, it's about like yours. Yeah, I saw it. It looks really nice. I like that. It was a good cut. That was a really good cut. But I just got to get mine used to being short and fixing it and such. Tomorrow we have tomorrow morning we're going to work on prepping that area over there. And then we have a birthday party, 4th of July party to go to. Okay, this is Richard. Just leave it at that, Kira. Leave it at Richard.
What's the other name people call Richard?
Sweet baby. Is that one a boy, or it is a boy, right? Are we sure?
Yes,
Kira,
it's a boy.
You're being violent. He's like, wow.
Yes, he is a he.
KJ says it's very nice. Short hair is so easy to maintain and cool.
Great.
Anna says too, I agree, Kira. Keep the rest the same and clean up around the ears. Yeah, it is time to clean up around the ears. But it just falls so well. It always looks really nice. I like it. I love it.
Yeah. Had if my head didn't sweat as bad as it does, I'd leave my hair by my ears alone.
I think you need to get used to just rinsing your head off during the day. Like, when it's hot, like we were kids, we would literally take the hose and rinse our heads.
I would, but I don't like wasting water. So unless I'm taking a shower.
That's not, listen, if it keeps you from doing the weird shavy thing, I'm fine with you doing it.
Do what I mean she wants. The amount of complaining about my own head.
I have to look at it.
Yeah, and I have to feel it. I think mine's trumps yours. The only one I would agree with you is when Aunt Jen cut it and it looked terrible.
Oh my goodness. We'll have a moment of silence for that haircut.
It was like the first time she did terrible on my hair.
To be fair, she was like, I don't know what we're doing here. Kira's like, just to the skin.
Yeah, well, she didn't do the shaving. She did the shaving nicely, but then when she tried to, like,
Anna, settle down. Anna said, Heather, you can't complain about her hair if you don't let her play with your phone.
That's fair. I'll take that trade.
Just remember, I'm the one that cooks.
Damn it. I can cook, but you ain't gonna like my cooking. Kira, why is this raw? Because it tastes good that way?
Oh, yeah. That is a thing.
It is. My dad has a problem with it. He goes, how are you not dead? And I go, it tastes good this way. Stop judging me.
Hey, baby kid.
I also don't like cooking, so I'm very impatient.
That's mainly what it is. She gets impatient with it. What else do we have going on?
The catio.
This is so different. I feel like it's Thursday because we're doing a live, but it is actually Friday.
Yeah. And this live's special because it's a 2-hour live.
What? Who said it was a 2-hour live? You?
Yeah.
Okay.
But then.
Okay, that means you're in charge of all the talking. Ready, go.
Hey. I don't think she planned that out well because I can't talk. But I just sound like.
Words are hard.
You're not in my head, so
Okay.
imagine that problem.
Does anybody have any questions? That's what we need to do, is questions.
Does anybody want to come over and have a paint balloon fight?
Slumber party!
Because I want to.
What's the name of that new show we're watching?
Blind Spot?
Blind Spot. Has anybody watched Blind Spot?
It's really good.
It is really good. If you like cop movies, FBI movies.
And I finally got like the one, like I was spot on. I was like, I think you'd like it, and she goes, I do like it. I was like, yes.
Kelly says good show. They've watched. Are you watching it now, or oh yeah? Well, I guess we're watching old. It's old.
Yeah,
Oh,
5 seasons long.
okay.
From the sounds of it, that's
Why
5
is that?
seasons.
Why do you have like a really good show and then they just rant?
Because they have to think of other things. Because people get bored easily. Because American people have the attention span of a gnat. Hey, baby. Because it's full of liberals now. That's why.
Come on.
If I'm wrong,
Come
then
on.
someone that
Come
can correct me.
Go.
But I highly doubt it.
Well, I mean, I guess that they end up doing this. Did you fall down, you poor baby? Come here. Nope. He's like, no, I'm gonna knock this over. Blind Spot is the bomb. Not till. Oh, don't tell. Not till in the end of season 5.
Is it like Supernatural, where the first seasons were really good, and then at some point the seasons just started to suck? I do know that. Minus one season, I think it's season 6, episode 13, where Sam and Dean get sucked into the TV and end up in Scooby-Doo. It's awesome. I rewatched that episode all day long.
Yeah, so we started watching that in the evenings, and we've been staying up till like 10, which is really late for me. Like,
It's a very
my
addicting show.
eyes are not focusing after 8:30.
Yeah, it's a very addicting show.
Yeah. Slayer, what you were trying to say, Slayer? Yeah, Supernatural got weird. I didn't really watch that one. That was not one that I really watched very much.
I still had bomb problems, so that's why I still watched it.
Yeah. Yeah, Jody says it's a hard show to turn off. I mean, it really is. Like, I have to be like, it's 10 o'clock. We're not watching any more after this.
And then I'd be like this.
Uh-huh. She zones out. She completely zones out.
I get sucked in. I don't zone out. I get sucked in.
I don't really watch a lot of TV in the summer because I'm usually so busy, and I feel like I could be doing something instead of sitting. And I have to say that this whole medical stuff that's going on, and my body just shuts down and it's just done, and
And her foot trying to be rude.
my feet hurt really, really bad, which could obviously be from the weight gain, but it's insane. I can't even walk on my feet. But I was reading that it could be some more vitamin deficiencies, so I need to get in and get my blood tested to see if that's the case, if what I'm taking is not enough. Jody says, me too. I did 12:30 or 1 was my latest.
Gotcha.
Sucked in like poltergeist. So it is forcing me to stop in the evening and put my feet up and relax, and then she's like, I wish we had some shows that we could watch. So we were watching that one, and what was another one?
Riker.
Yeah,
I love
Reacher.
Reacher.
Yeah, we were watching Reacher. We really like that one, and that one's supposed to be coming back.
Yeah, season 4, because we just finished the new season 3.
But I heard that the guy is changing because the actor had some serious personal things happen, and he can't do the show anymore, which is really frustrating because he is phenomenal.
He better be tall.
So that's going to be hard
Yeah, he better be tall.
because,
Another plane.
yeah.
Because you cannot have a short Reeker.
No, because he's supposed to be like what 6, 7 in the book, I guess. Yeah. So
Wait, it's a book?
I think it's a book. Yeah. So
Don't ruin it.
we've been we've been doing that. We've been watching in the evening.
Yeah. Because it's hard for us to find shows we like together.
Yeah, we both.
She likes the.
I like the real cop stories.
Yeah, I don't mind. I like those,
Yeah.
but no, it's like along the lines of like whatever. The Sound of Music or some shit. She likes things like that.
I made her watch part of that. And she's like, "Mwah." Isn't it funny whenever, okay, those of us that are our age, you have this memory of a movie or a show or something and it was fantastic. And then you go back as an adult and watch it and you're like, that was not what I thought how it was. That was one of them, actually. But the other one was Grease. And I was mildly embarrassed because early in my sobriety, there were 2 other people that were in their 70s. And I was like, you guys haven't seen Grease. Like, you have to see Grease. It's so good. It's a musical. It's fantastic. I was so excited. So finally we sit down and I rent it and we watch it. And then I realize it's all about teenage sex, which I did not really know that it was about that. And then I was mortified. It was like, I don't want to watch this with you guys anymore.
Yeah, she would have had better luck with Hairspray.
Oh my word. They were just like sitting there. It was so awkward. It was so awkward. Yeah, the Labyrinth was for me lame.
That one.
When I got older. Yes, Grease too. Jody says I want the book. I would totally read the book. It's like when they switched Becky on Roseanne, we all noticed. Yeah. And did not like the new Becky. Like we were like, no.
I didn't like. So I watched the Mummy movie series. It's awesome.
Yeah.
And then at the end,
with Brendan Fraser.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then the last movie, his wife got changed to some other lady, and so help me, I was ready to like smack somebody. There were words that my mom had to like. Okay,
so I have a question. That must be with your autism. Is it really, really difficult for you to adjust to that?
Yeah, I didn't take Hagrid's death well.
No, that was bad. I was scanning through things.
Yeah, so it was on YouTube, and I was just like, it was like,
yeah,
deaths you didn't know from Harry Potter. I was like, oh. So, and then Hagrid was one of them. I didn't take that well.
Yeah.
She got told by a friend, and she probably, and when we were watching it, and then Hagrid showed up, and she's like, I just realized I clicked on this.
Yeah, I was like, dang it, shouldn't have showed her that. She's sobbing. Please click the thumbs up and subscribe if you like the content. Yes.
Yeah. I did not take it well. There was like snot. There was like a whole bunch of tears.
It was.
There was hyperventilating.
It was bad. I don't do well with crying, even my own.
Yeah. But I know a part of my problem is because Mom, TV babysat me. Mm-hmm. I got really attached to characters and stuff. And when you find out that they're dead, you don't take it well. Like, I did not take...
Or that they're nothing like their character. Like, when you see them in something else and you're like, you're only Hagrid to me. You should not be anybody else.
Yeah.
Like, when they play one part so well and then you see them in something else and you're like,
Like Professor Snape, before he died, he played in another thing or a movie.
He was in a lot of things.
Yeah, he was really good. I was like, no, they were only perfect for Professor Snape. And then, or the guy who plays Deadpool.
Anna, okay, I made burger patties, but now I don't want to cook, so I'm eating watermelon. Oh, KJ, member for 29 months.
But, I did not.
Yeah, Ryan Reynolds. Like,
yeah.
Of course, I ruined that for her. She was like, he's so great. And I was like, no, he's really not.
Yeah, or Captain Jack Sparrow. He plays in a lot of other things, but he's most popular in my head as Captain Jack Sparrow. Mm-hmm. But,
yeah, because, like, Edward Scissorhands was my age thing
Yeah.
was like what he was in.
Yeah, and then he did a really good job playing the Mad Hatter in Alice in Wonderland.
See, hi Mary, supping on your sourdough and dill pickles, Anna. Anna said it's still weird when David Tennant pretends to be someone other than the doctor. Listen, we know who you are, sir. Look at you guys being members, supporting me from so long. I really appreciate you guys, my members, and people that just watch and hang out. Like, it's like, I don't know, I feel like we're just being goofy, doing the things, and half the times we do them wrong.
Her last live with members only was hilarious.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was.
I was having a full tantrum, and it was comedically funny because I was trying to like say, "Go get in the car. We're getting like snacks because I wanted snacks."
Yeah. She did it yesterday too, and I was like, I am so tired of driving.
Because basically she says,
Thanks,
well,
Jody.
yeah. Basically she says, okay, so at the end of this video, we're gonna have to go back down and
We need to
drive
show
it.
the end of the
And I
road.
was like, so basically what I'm hearing is we gotta go drown. We gotta go drive to Walmart and get ice cream, right?
And I was like, I'm so tired of driving. 2 days of driving back and forth. The last thing I want to do is go this way, back and forth. I was like, my feet hurt. I'm done.
I did offer to drive. I am permitted.
Who would have let her? Who would have let Kira drive unmedicated in a truck she's never driven?
Dad lets me drive unmedicated.
Not- Oh Lord. Your father.
Apparently he's a lot more ballsier than her.
Kira was having sugar withdrawal. She really was. That
It
was
was so
hilarious.
Yeah, but now I get strawberry shortcake without the cake.
Yeah.
I don't want ice cream.
Got
Ice cream is that
strawberries.
gross.
Got strawberries today.
Yeah.
Doo-doo-doo. And the 9,000 cats.
Yeah, we went to go visit Carrie today, and I was like, oh, I like the baby cats. And I was like, okay, I'm ready to go. And everyone's like, what about your kittens? I was like, I will drop this goat and go back to my kittens. You're not taking my kittens. It's like, I love babies, but my cats are...
She does
more
have a
important.
whole bunch of really cute baby goats right now.
She does. The two I was holding were Kara and Mel.
Yeah, so they're brother and sister.
Yeah, Kara's the girl, Mel's the boy.
She does have a new Kinko male goat. Oh my gosh. That is gonna breed everybody. So she's just like, use my billies. You don't have to have a billy. Use mine. And I'm like, great. I like that little female. Because if I don't have to keep a boy, I can get a new girl. So she's got a really pretty Kinko female. That what was her name? Oh, Chewbacca. Her name is Chewbacca, and so they call her Becca. And so yeah, we're gonna force heat everybody, and then bring her Billy in, and let him breed everybody. So, well, I don't know if I can make it 2 hours. I'm tired. No thanks on the drive, right? I'm like, that's a hard no for me.
Hey, I am a very good...
I was gonna let
driver.
her drive while I sprayed the road, and I was thinking, oh, I should let Kira drive this up and down. It's just really 1 mile an hour, and then you turn around and you go 2 miles an hour, like up and down the driveway spraying there. And I was like, we could swap out. She could do this drive. But when I realized it, I knew she was off medicine, and she was already like, I'm tired and I'm grumpy and I'm done. And
I was
don't want to
getting
do
nippy.
this anymore.
I was getting nippy. I was about to nip people.
Well, then I'm proud of you because you just got really quiet.
I know, because I was ready to bite people. I was like, no.
No more. I don't want to go anymore.
Yeah, I was starting to turn into a 5-year-old.
Mary said she'd go with you.
Yes. Let's do this, Mary.
That's funny. Anna says, I love the name. I know, right? That's cute. They call her Becca, and I'm like, why don't you call her Chewy? I would call her Chewy.
We'll probably switch it to Chewy because she hasn't really responded to her name yet.
Woo!
So we'll call her Chewy because she's probably going to chew on a lot of stuff.
There's that one's stuck. He's like, I live here now.
much.
Dang it, I wish I could just like flip this around easily and show you guys. He's on top of the crate, and then he's got his paw on the door of the crate, but it's like
Other paws under
they're
his
like
stuff.
falling through the crate because it's a wire crate. And Miss Brennan has started just moving her kittens. She's like, oh, I don't like them here in this good safe spot you have them. I'm gonna move them over here where the dogs can get them.
Yeah. Luckily, it's about time for them to come down to my room because where she moves them, they're now all walking about.
Anna says, so when are the kitties? Well, they can't come down until kitties leave. That's the problem. These bigger kittens would pick on them.
It's
And then
disgusting.
she would end up fighting these other babies. It would be bad. She'd be like Cagney and Lacey are to Chloe. Chloe.
Oh, man,
want-
it was bad.
They want to tear her up.
Cagney especially. Every time we let Chloe out, Cagney's like, I'll cut you.
Yeah, she's
Chloe's
so.
like, I'm going to stay
She's
here.
still mad.
Yeah.
So I posted today on some of my local homesteading groups and local forums and posted pictures of them today. So we started doing that. I think we may take them in a couple of times. A lot of people hang out in the Walmart parking lot or North 40 parking lot with puppies and kittens, and so we'll probably do that.
We did it with pigs back in Omac at the
Yeah,
Walmart
they did it with
parking lot.
pigs.
One
So-
girl went to the store for like milk or something. I'm just gonna use milk as a basic thing.
Yeah.
Everybody goes milk. But she comes back out going, I have the money for the piggy.
She's
And she
like,
goes
"I'm
home with a
ready."
pig.
Head by a kindergarten to give every kid a free cat. Jasper desperately wants one of the kittens. I can't remember which one it was. Do you?
Mr. Miyagi.
Was it Mr. Miyagi?
Yeah.
Mr. Miyagi is brave. He is the bravest one out of all of them. He is the most rowdiest one out of all of them.
He will cut you.
He is fine with the kids holding him. He's like, it's cool, whatever.
We're trying to get their mom over here so she can look at the tortoise shell because she needs to.
Victor said no. But he also said no about
A second dog.
Rabbit and a second dog, and they got Rabbit and a second dog.
And a second rabbit.
Yeah, so.
So we just need to.
I do have to say that Raboot died. So he got out and ate something that did not agree with him, and then he died.
I think it was that maple stuff that no one else eats, and I think he just like, oh, what's this?
There's none over there.
Yeah,
There was
is.
none over there.
There is.
Oh. Could have been. It's Hawthorne. That's Hawthorne.
Yeah.
That's not good for them anyway. We lost him, and that's a bummer. So apparently rabbits, if they can get their head through it, they can get their body through it. So he hadn't even been trying, and it was while we were doing this road. So we had come up to do lunch, and I saw him, and I was like, Kira, he's out. And so I was able to just walk up, and I mean, he kind of ran for me a little bit.
Until you realize she's the food lady.
Yeah, and he was like, oh, wait a minute, I know her. And we got him, so that's a bummer. So now we've got to replace him eventually. Oops, sorry. I think I kicked it.
You did.
My foot is starting to really hurt. I think I need to prop it up. Ooh, that's hot. All right, guys, I'm not going to make it 2 hours. Hot. I want to turn the air conditioner on.
I don't know what I'm on. I'm drugged out, so I don't.
She's zoned out at this point.
Yeah.
Huh.
Ooh, I'm getting a sleeve tattoo.
Oh, yeah, we can talk about that for a minute. So, we have to tell them how the story went.
Yeah. So I was talking to her. I was just like, I'm gonna wait until I get my tattoo when I go back to Dad's because I'm gonna have both two cats.
So, sidebar to the beginning of this, so you guys know. She gets a tattoo for herself for her birthday every year.
Only on the even years.
Oh, okay.
Otherwise, I'd be covered in tattoos by now.
But, well, you didn't start.
Until I was 24.
Yeah.
So I got the one on my thigh when I was 24. I got this one when I was 26. This one when I was turning 28. It was Mom's birthday, and I hadn't really picked a tattoo yet, so I was like, oh, this works out. Meets my quota and does Mom's birthday wish, so 2 in 1 or whatever birds I'm killing right there. And so now I'm getting ready to turn 30. I know, old lady.
Not in this group, you're not.
But, so I was like, I couldn't decide what to do.
No, her, because she's going to be 30, so that's an even.
Yeah.
Not the year that it's
Yeah.
the age.
It's the age I turn.
Yeah. So she's kind of been like just splotching them all over her body, and I was like, why don't you do a sleeve?
Yeah.
Because she loves Victor has a sleeve, and she loves it.
Yeah, I like Victor's sleeve. A lot of other people's sleeves I've seen. I was like, ooh.
And she talks about them, and she's like, ooh, all the time. And she's like, what?
So
that's a good idea.
Yeah. So I have to pick the 3 things I want, and then I'm going to use my favorite types of flowers as the connecting points.
I think that's...
Kitten sighting.
Keep talking, Kira. That's Richard. Poor Richard.
I really
Poor
want to tell you
Richard.
all why.
Poor
I really
Richard.
want to tell you all why his name is that.
They know. They know. Richard. Yep. He's like, let me go. Let me go. Let me go.
I'm wild and free. But I was gonna have it on my leg right here, but I was gonna plan to do it at Dad's because I'm gonna be on a plane, and I don't want a tattoo while I'm sitting on a plane.
Yeah.
Because I sit cross-legged even on a plane, because even when we're driving or sitting here on the couch, it's like cross-legged, and I was like, eh. So I was like, I'm just gonna do it when I get back to Dad's. So I asked him to ask his friends. I was like, any of your friends that have tattoos, ask them where they got them if it's in Kentucky, because it's my birthday and I'm getting myself a tattoo again, and I need to know where to go. So I gotta set up an appointment.
Kelly says she has a great guy that she found.
I'm listening later.
Yeah.
And it has to also depend on how far it is. So do that. But because I couldn't decide, because I was like, I want because people say get tattoos that have meaning to you, and I was like, okay, well, that's gonna be hard, because I can have one tattoo with a crap ton of meaning in it, and it'll overdo itself, and then like, so
thank you.
that's when she's like, just do a sleeve, and I was like, oh, it's perfect, because then I can also get it still during my birthday in September, because it'll be on my arm, and I'll be on
the thing with the sleeve is like that's where you start planning for the sleeve. Victor, it took like 3 or 4 tattoos to get his final sleeve done, 3 or 4 sessions. So you're not going to get like the whole sleeve right now unless you have $1,000. So
well,
you're gonna add to what you've got with a plan instead of just like randomly sticking it in different places on your body.
in my defense, I had plannings for those random places, because first one was on my thigh, the second one I put on my the first one was on my right, the second one went on my left, and then the third one went on my right, and then the fourth one was going to go back on my left. So it was a pattern.
Okay, I got you.
So reasonings.
I got you with the pattern. All right, well, we're going to go watch our show.
Yeah. If anybody has any ideas for like what I should put, because I got Ghibli, Stitch, and
the flower.
Yeah, but I decided to use the flowers as the thingies, because they're gonna be like little tiny flowers leading to each one, because I figured that would look cuter. So I just now got to figure out a third one, and we're also gonna have this guy filming.
Yeah, so that's the plan. Everybody knows now. Well, thanks for celebrating my 10 years of sobriety with us. That's amazing. It's fun. Kelly says we'll talk. Okay.
You know my number.
Good night, KJ. KJ got me the coolest card that has the constellations of the day I decided to get sober. And it literally brought me to tears this morning when I opened it. It's awesome. It's the coolest thing. I'll keep that forever. Time for Kira's sleepy time tea so she can sleep. But, alright, we're going to take off. Have a good night, everyone, just as Alicia says. And we will talk to you. Oh, wait, Kira's got something.
I just realized I know what we could call this day.
What?
Constellation Sober Day.
Constellation Sober. You got to be sober to say it.
I am sober. She's not going to like the way this sounds, but I wish I was drunk.
Why?
Because I love the feeling.
Oops, I didn't mean to cancel.
Yeah. I love the feeling of drinking.
That's the problem.
That's why I'm jealous. During my best friend's wedding last year, I went and we drank a lot, and I was like, yes. And I loved the feeling of that little buzz tipsy feel, because I was feeling pretty okay decision making wise. We didn't really go out anywhere for our drinking. We stayed at her house, so I wasn't that worried, and we just mostly played board games. And I will admit, playing board games drunk is awesome.
Yeah.
Especially when you find out the stupid deaths.
I definitely have let Kira know that those are all the signs of being an alcoholic.
Yes. That's why I don't drink when I'm here with her.
Wait.
So I only drink it on like those rare special occasions, or when I go visit my mother. Because I don't like being that conscious when I'm at my mom's.
Okay, we're gonna go. Talk to you guys later. Bye.
Bye.